Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Thad Moffitt. Of course, we'll be driving the 43 STP Chevrolet in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series for the Rayum Brothers team. Of course, GMS prepared truck. Of course, with the whole petty GMS thing. And then it's a big deal because this is I just pointed this out to you, but this will be the first time since 2008 that a member of your family's running. But first off, how are you, bud?
I'm good, Casey. How are you?
Doing well. So what's it going to be like having a member of your family, you, back in the top three levels of NASCAR? I know you've ran ARCA for several years, but what's it going to be like to be back in to run a truck for the first time ever?
I'm really excited about it. I think the whole family's really excited about it. Just having STP on board on the hood and being able to run the number 43 scheme. Like, this is the exact scheme, fire suit and everything that Grandpa retired with in 92 that I'm running this weekend or next weekend. So I'm looking forward to that and just being back in the seat and just making my truck debut at Daytona is pretty special, with the 43 and with STP and all the family history there already. For me to be able to make my truck debut there, I think is just a perfect fit.
Wait, so you're going to be wearing your grandfather's suit from 1992?
It's a new suit, but it's designed just like his was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's gonna bring back a lot. That's gonna bring back a lot of memories. Have you gotten a chance to talk to your grandpa about this?
Yeah. Grandpa's pretty stoked about it, but the first thing that he said to me was, I won my first race with an STP on the side of my car. So kind of like saying no pressure, right? But at the end of the day, he doesn't really put any pressure on me either way. He just always likes to point out that he did that. And I think that's super cool. And for me to just get the opportunity to drive the 43 at all in those colors is really cool.
Everybody knows about the history of your family and all that. And, I've known you for a long time. And throughout the years, you've told me that your family doesn't put any pressure on you and really anything like that. How big is that to go out there and run without feeling any and I'm sure that you already have enough pressure on yourself because you are related to the king.
Yeah, so I feel like it's a big deal not to have that extra added pressure. I put enough pressure on myself and other people in the industry putting pressure. That's enough pressure as is. I think Grandpa playing his part and trying to keep me cool and not get so overwhelmed. He does a really good job with that, and I think as does everybody else in the family. They've always been really supportive and right there behind me every step of the way.
Okay, so going to Daytona, obviously a very special place to you and your family. Of course, you've ran in ARCA several times. Those starts did not go as well as you wanted it to. But what's it going to be like in a truck out there? I know that you're going to be in good equipment with GMS behind a GMS-powered truck with Josh, and I know that this is. I know you're going to run some races within the year. I know the goal is full time. But where are we at in terms of that? How many races do you expect to run in this in the 43 truck?
So right now, I would say we're somewhere between 12 and 15 races. I think we can get to hopefully run the full season. That's what there's some gaps in the middle of the schedule with sponsorship and stuff like that. But if we can just go out and perform these first couple of races, I think it'll play a pretty big role in getting us some funding for the rest of the year. And of course, with GMS Alliance, I think that's just really good for us to be able to have that equipment and that engineering support and that body work, fab work, everything behind the scenes to get us where we need to be.
As I mentioned, it's been a while since a member of your family has been in this series. Are you surprised it's been this long?
Yeah. So I didn't know that. I guess I just didn't think about it, but Kyle and Adam ran a couple of truck races, but like Kyle never really ran trucks, and Grandpa just ran cup cars all the time. So it's nobody's really ever ran very many truck races as a petty ever. So for me to get the opportunity to be the first petty that runs a handful of truck races and to have the opportunity to do it with the number 43 is really special.
Yeah. And I know that Daytona, going into Daytona, what are your thoughts about going there? Because it's going to be crazy because it's 100 laps. It's a truck race. I'm sure you've seen all the past few truck races that were at Daytona. And it's basically going to be a survival to the fittest if it goes the way it's gone the last few years.
Yeah, my goal is just to finish all the laps, man. If I finish all the laps, I think we're going to come out with a top 10. That race can be very crazy and hectic, and as can any restrictor plate race. You just kind of take restrictor plate racing for what it is. But I think we'll be pretty successful, and we have a couple of plans depending on where we qualify and how we want to play our race out. So I think it's going to be a good one to watch, crazy one to watch, but it's going to be fun to drive too.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Thad Moffitt, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us, and good luck at Daytona, buddy.
Yep. Thanks, bud.